The EFF Women's Day observances are taking place, and there you see the party leader, Julius Malema.
Where security companies were shooting at each other. You know why? They were appointed for the same tender by the same municipality. One job, two companies. Why? There is no law in this municipality. This one issued a letter, gave to his company. This one issued a letter, gave to his company for the same job. Why? Msunduzi municipality, corruption is institutionalized. They steal like nobody's business. When our people tried to occupy land here, the same municipality went to remove them. Yet their own political party says is going to expropriate land without compensation. But when people take an unoccupied land, they unleash terror on them. They do the same thing that apartheid did to our people. Mama Ngoi, for sure she's turning in her grave to hear that when young children ask for bursaries from Sunduzi municipality, ama councillor we ANC bafuna ulala nabo. They say you will never get a bursary as long as you don't sleep with an old man. Mawuthi ufuna umsebenzi bafuna ulala nawe. Mawuthi ufuna indlu bafuna ulala nawe. La eMsunduzi. Because these ANC people who are in this municipality are no longer the ANC of Lillian Ngoi. She's standing in her grave. Winnie Mandela already gave her a report that in the NEC of the ANC, there is a convicted woman beater who is a leader in the ANC, protected by the so-called New Dawn, sitting with Ramaphosa, sitting next to Ramaphosa. Today, Ramaphosa is going to address in Cape Town and say he's fighting against the abuse of women. When he goes back on Monday, uzohlala nomdumanana. The mdumanana who is beating women, ushaya abafazi. Samfuna lo mdu. Azegit. If he feels strong, he must try there at the EFF head office. We'll teach him a lesson. Ushaya abafazi mabati kuye, how do we gay? Or no, don't call me that. As if there is something wrong with being gay. I mean, umuntu mafika kuwathi, hey Malema uyindoda. Hey, yindoda. Ma we gay, but we gay uthi yes, ngi gay. Ma we lesbian uthi yes, ngi lesbian. Because that is who you are. No one has chosen for you. That's who you are. Be proud of who you are. Don't hide who you are. Ungahambi ushaya abantu la babathi kuwe yes uyimfazi ure ubani umfazi we. Mdumanana is convicted. He has resigned from parliament. Then the message is parliament is more important than the ANC. Because in the ANC we take everything, including women beaters who sit next to Ramaphosa, who says to you, we are a new dawn. It's not a new dawn. This is an old Vaseline which attracts dust. That's what it does. There's nothing nice that is being attracted by this new dawn. But fighters, we need to also to ask a critical question. Why is the church also used to isolate women? Because many of you speak about political parties, speak about business. No one dares to challenge the church. There are churches where women worship separately from men. There are churches where women are not allowed to wear trousers. There are churches where women are not allowed to wear earrings. There are churches where women are not allowed to wear Brazilian hair. Those things are written, they are being practiced every day. We have never seen a march from women and men to a church that practices sexist segregation. We ought to challenge everything, because if the church practice isolation and oppression of women, those children who are growing up in that church, they will think it's the right thing to do. Why? They saw it at church. The woman must not wear a short skirt. Why? The church said so. If Malema says you can't wear a short skirt, it's going to be a topic all over. But why is the church not being challenged? Because there are no holy cows here. We are all under democratic South Africa, under the same constitution. All of us must be subjected to scrutiny. Women are being isolated and oppressed with impunity in church, and there is no intervention from anyone. I thought I must raise it here because I know they are going to challenge me, these churches. But if they challenge me, I will give them names of churches one by one, because I'm not scared of these things. The truth must always be spoken, irrespective of who is the truth against. Otherwise, we live a lie. Women are oppressed in universities. Women are oppressed in companies. In companies is worse, because in companies, men are threatened by women with the same salary as them. They want women to get a less salary so that they can dominate them. Mauthi hayi asikhuphuse umkholo wabafazi, bathi hayi bazosijwayela abafazi, bazozidelela. Why? Because you are inferior. Because you don't trust yourself. Hey, you are not what you are because of your salary. Even if a person gets the same salary as you, even if a woman gets more than you, you don't change to be who you are. If you've got brains, her salary will not take your brains away. If you've got six-pack, her salary will not take your six-pack away. If you are brave, you are smart, her earning the same salary as you will never change who you are. Don't use material to define your manhood. Women are equal to us, and therefore they must earn the same salary for as long as we are doing the same job. There must not be a threat to us. Any company that is isolating women and giving them salaries that are not equivalent to men because they are women, those companies must be identified publicly, and we should expose them and say these are the companies which are continuing to exploit our women. Comrades, let me not even talk about traditional leaders, because mau umfazi bathi awuthola umhlaba, melo benengane before uthola umhlaba, or melo ushade before bawunikeza umhlaba. Mara amadoda, whether they've got kids, whether they don't have kids, they give them the land. Why? Because many of these men are irresponsible. They won't even use that land to feed their own children. A woman must get a land, not because she's got a child, not because she's got a husband. No. The fact that she qualifies to get a land, we must give her a land. And therefore in South Africa, when we take the land, each woman must have a hectare minimum. No woman must get less than a hectare. It must be one woman, 1 hectare. Because you know, the women are the ones who are working the land. So when we give the women the land, we are guaranteed that the children are going to be fed from that land. We are guaranteed that there will be production in South Africa, because Labo Mama, even now, they don't have the land. But the small land they have, they are planting on it. They don't wait and say, "Hi, Silindom Shaba." Aye. The small land they have, they are already working on it to demonstrate to you that we are more than ready to get the land and produce for South Africa and produce for Africa. Let's give South African women the land. The most oppressed people, they are oppressed, 1, because they are women. They are oppressed, 2, because they are working class. So we must make sure that the African women who are working class, who come from the rural areas, benefit from this land. This land must not benefit politicians. If uMalema ufuna umhlaba, as a president ye-EFF, awuthenga umhlaba. Free land must be given to those who are not politicians. So if ufuna umhlaba, councillor ye-EFF la Msunduzi, ufuna umhlaba, resign as a councillor. Because we don't give councillors umhlaba. We give the people umhlaba. We don't give MECs umhlaba. We give the people umhlaba. Asifuni lento yaseZimbabwe ukuthi mabathatha umhlaba banikeza bona, banikeza bona, thatha ngamina ngawena. We don't want that of politicians. No, the land must be in the hands of ordinary people. And anyone else, Patrice Motsepe must buy the land. Floyd Shibambo must buy the land. The rest of you, mama, ufuna umhlaba, nangu hectare yakho. Sebenza umhlaba. So unikeze nama seeds so that you can plant. So unikeze amanzi. So unikeze ama tractors. Each and every ward must have a tractor that goes into these hectares and then do work for our people. It must not be a hard work when you get the land. Asifuna ukuthi lisebenzise lezinto zakhona, itractor, mayingena itractor. We don't want hard labor for our mothers. We don't want hard labor for black people. Give them the land, give them the tools to work the land. Give them water to work the land. Open colleges for children to learn agriculture so that they can work the land and produce for the whole nation. The EFF has got the plan for the land. Imali ikhona bayayitshontsha abuzikala labatshontsha imali yethu la eNatal la. So le mali must come and work the land. The money must not go into the hands of politicians. Sizosebenza namakhosi, mara under one condition, amakhosi nikeza umhlaba to abafazi. Please. And amakhosi, they must not give umhlaba kuma relative abo kuphela. But wena ukhadebe ngena mfana wami. Everybody must get, whether ukhadebe or not, whether you are Zwelithini or not, whether you are Zulu or not. Ufuna wenzani ngomhlaba, ayi plan yami 1 2 3 hayi iyo le nangu umhlaba sebenza. We must do away with nepotism. We must do away with favoritism in the traditional leaders. Not all traditional leaders are like that, but we've got a lot of them who take the land from poor African women and sell it to white rich people. La Mgugundlovu, they are taking the land back to the white people. We want sugarcane farms. They must be owned by black people. We must produce sugar for ourselves, and for the whole country and the whole world must buy sugar from you. Your land is fertile. It can produce sweet things, sweet like all of you here. It produced you. So let's produce more sweet things for the world, because this land of KwaZulu Natal, it's a fertile land. Yet the people of KwaZulu Natal are poor. In a country where the land is rich. So we want all of you to own the land. We want you to get cows. If you want to produce cows, the state must give you a startup. If you want to do a cattle farming, we must give you 10 cattle and 1 bull, so that 1 bull can attack, and you have 20 more next year, and 60 next year, and next year we must give you cattle. Imali khona le Eastern Cape bathengile inkomo, bathi bathengela i-community. Wafika umsholuzi athatha inkomo yase Eastern Cape ayihambisa enkandla, aphuma aya Northwest, athatha inkomo Northwest ayihambisa enkandla. We don't want that. We want the cattle to come to you. You want to produce cattle, 10 cattle. You want to produce sheep, here's the sheep. You want to produce goat, here's the goat. So that sebenze kahle. Nalo msebenzi wamadlozi uhambe kahle. Ngendaba yembuzi. Sawufuna umbuzi. Sifuna umbuzi. Asisafuna uthenga imbuzi, masifanele senze umsebenzi wamadlozi. Mele uye ebackyard ujonga ukuthi which one is fertile, uthathe yona. Because we've got the wealth, it's here. Manje, we can't even slaughter for our ancestors because you have to pay. There is no money. Mele uye kumlungu uthenge imbuzi, and le mbuzi mayikhala ikhala ngesilungu, namadlozi abazi ukuthi le mbuzi ithini. So sifuna imbuzi ikhala ngesizulu, bayizwe kahle namadlozi ukuthi le mbuzi i-right, ikhuluma is-problem zabantwana bethu. Because when you slaughter a cattle and it makes noise, it's not crying, it's communicating. Phela, we are Africans. We must not shy away from our customs and traditions and our own culture. So if we don't have the land, we can't even practice our own cultures. So we're saying to you, comrades, women must lead the struggle for the land. There is a war in South Africa declared against women. Abafazi bayadlengulwa la eMzansi. And if they don't rape a woman, they kill a woman. Bayabulawa abafazi la eSouth Africa. After killing a woman, they go and dump her. and burn her body. You know, today we're burying our young fighter called Kensani. May her soul rest in peace. They say she committed suicide. No, she didn't commit suicide. When you rape a woman, you take away her soul. So when her soul has left her, there is no life left. You have killed her. So a person who has raped Kensani is a murderer. That person has killed Kensani and must take full responsibility for the killing of Kensani. We must not ask the question, why did she commit suicide? She didn't commit suicide. We must ask the question, why did you kill her? When we see the murder of Kensani, we must say to this chap, why did you kill her? Because she didn't kill herself. She's not mad, she won't kill herself. She's a fighter. You must stop asking questions, why didn't she speak to me? We must ask the question, why did this bastard kill our sister? All rapists, including those rapists that have won their cases, they are murderers themselves. Because when you win a rape case, it doesn't mean you didn't rape her. You've got the money. You've got the best legal team. My sister was not articulate. She can't put things together. They asked her all sorts of technical questions to confuse her, and the court was not convinced. But it doesn't mean it didn't happen. You are a murderer. And don't tell us that the people who rape people are in prison. Is not true. Many of them are also in this hall. They are here with us. They are here because their rape was not reported. They think they are not rapists. You are a rapist. Whether your rape was reported or not, you are a rapist. And you know that deep down your heart, your conscience tells you you are a rapist. Rapists are not only in jail. Some of them were charged and they won cases because they bought their way, because they were influential, because they were politically powerful. But it doesn't mean they are not rapists. What have we become, South Africa, where even children rape their own mothers? Where do you get the strength to become horny? By looking at your mother. Okay, you have now even passed your mothers. You are now raping your own grandmothers. What have you seen in this old woman? What amount of justification can you give for raping a defenseless grandmother who can't even walk? She can't walk. Her voice is so low because somebody will say, if this grandmother was raped, why didn't she scream? She has screamed, she has got no voice. Even if she was to scream the loudest, she's too old. No one will hear her. What goes through your head? What amount of hatred do you have of yourself? Because when you rape your grandmother, it's a self-hate. You have made other nations to laugh at us. Some white judge even said, I'm still to meet a black woman who has never been raped. Because in their eyes, all our mothers have been raped, either by our fathers or by ourselves or by our relatives. Many people who don't talk about the rape is because they are raped by their uncles, they are raped by their relatives and their own parents. say don't talk, it's a family secret. If you are sitting here, umzali, and you once said to your child, don't talk, ungakhulumi, it's a family secret, you must know that you are a promoter of rape. Whether it is done by the father, whether it is done by your own son, don't protect a rapist. It starts with you in your own family. If you can get your family in order, the whole of South Africa will be in order. Because mabathi lo mntwana urepile lo mntwana, parents are the one ngiyamazi lo ufuna imali. Ufuna imali, that's why athi lo mrepile ufuna ukuthi skip imali. Parents must stop protecting their children who are doing wrong things. Hey, you have tried, mzali wami. uNkulunkulu knows you have tried. It's not your fault that your child came out the way he is. You have tried. Don't protect him. Umtshele straight on his face, uthi mntwanami, I tried. Now you are going to have to answer for yourself. I've done everything possible. You failed me, and now you are failing the whole community. I will not protect a rapist. The day our parents say that, the day our parents say that, the day we say that as parents, then our problems are going to be solved. The problem is not with this government. This government, we can render it useless by taking care of our own. And when they do wrong, we call them out. In the EFF, when a person rapes a woman, and you still have that person as a councillor of the EFF, what do you mean? The EFF here in Mpumalanga, they've got a councillor who raped a young child of the EFF, councillor of the EFF. He is still a councillor of the EFF in prison. And we say we want to fight a rape culture. There is a man who is still receiving a salary. Hey, you must terminate. And say, hey, those things of court, you'll resolve them there. Here in the EFF, immediately there is such a serious allegation and you are even in prison, terminate. To send a strong message, terminate. And say, we will not be associated with rapists. It starts with the EFF. You can't say, this government is not doing anything. Hey, this government. But when you are given an opportunity to do something yourself, you still don't do anything. How different are you from this government? The survivors of rape and domestic violence and abuse, the EFF, it's your home. Here we don't isolate you. You want to talk, our leaders are here, talk to them. You want help, come to the EFF, we will help you to fight a monster in your family. We are not scared of monsters. We go for monsters toe to toe, they know. We are not scared of monsters. We are fighting monsters in parliament. We want to fight monsters in your houses now. Bring the monsters, we'll sort them out. Even we have dealt with a real monster here called Zuma. Which, this one of yours, a mini Zuma in your house, bring him here. The EFF will teach him a lesson. Don't die in silence. Comrades, fighters, don't take platforms of the EFF and say we are fighting abuse, we are fighting rape. When you live here in your own private space, you do exactly what you said you stand against. And you think we are fools. When you are a gender activist, when you are a feminist, practice that even in your own private space. Don't become a feminist on Twitter. And when there are cameras In the private space, you are the one who's conspiring against women. You are the one who speak bad about women. But when you take a platform, hayi thina silwela abafazi, sihamba nabafazi, masithi hayi lo mfazi makangene, you are the first one. Not lo angeni. When there is a man standing against a woman, the same feminist, the same gender activist is supporting a man. You, women of South Africa, will call Baleka Mbete a woman who fought in the struggle, who fought for women. Malema is troubling a woman in parliament. That same woman, when she had an option of supporting a woman and a man, she supported a man. There was Nkosazana Zuma with all her problems. And there was this one of Marikana with a beautiful nose, with all his problems. And then what they did, this Baleka Mbete supported a man. In that situation, a woman like that must never be forgiven. Hey, you are too many women of South Africa. You are 60%. You can have a president, a woman president, without the support of men. All I'm saying is we need unity of purpose amongst our mothers. We are not here to tell you how you must do it. You know better. But we are there to support. Anything you say you want to do, we are there to support. But we become demoralized when we want to support a woman. The same women say, not law. We would rather put a boy. Alo mfana, alo wa mamela president. Lo mfazi, asimfuni. Asimfuni lo mfazi. Hey, wenzeni? Baba sekhongolosi. La EFF asi decide ukuthi umuntu ujola nobani. Whether ufuna ujola no khongolosi, hamba ujole naye. Whether ufuna ujola noma imani, hamba ujole noma imani. Mara as long as masifuna umsebenzi we-EFF so tall as right. We are that type of an organization. We are democratic like that. So please, comrades, let's make sure that we continue to support women and fight any battle that women are engaged in. If you see a man fighting a woman, it doesn't matter what are the issues. Melowingen. You must come in and say, hey. Even if the woman says, hi, indoda yami yekele ngiyayithanda, imasis. Ngisakhuluma nale ndoda. Angikhulumi nawe. Ngiseza kuwe. Because ngifuna understand uhamba ujola nalabantu who are thugs. Yes. Ngisakhuluma nale ndoda. Don't say, hey, I can't enter into issues of two people. No. When you arrive home after passing that woman, it will be in the news that that woman you passed, that man killed her. You could have saved her. Please fight us. Let's fight and protect our women in every space where women are being oppressed and isolated. It doesn't matter where that thing happens. Everywhere where it happens, we must ensure that we fight against it. Unless you hate yourself. Every time we speak about fighters not beating up women, and they still do that. Cases of abuse and disrespect of women in the EFF get reported. They are not acted upon by the regions, by the branches, by the provinces, including the national leadership. And then we come out and say we protect women. It must start in the EFF. Any man that abuses a woman in an EFF, we must be able to deal decisively with that person. Then you will see society will start self-correcting. We cannot be like ANC if we want to replace the ANC. We must bring a completely new culture. We can't do things the same way ANC do things, as if we are ANC light. We are not ANC light. We are not anything like the ANC. So we must introduce a completely new culture. EFF Student Command, please become security guards in all the universities. Fight a rape culture where you see it. You must never allow our children to be raped in the campuses, in the hostels. Everywhere you hear a woman screaming, fighters, you've got a way of connecting. Call each other, go and rescue that woman. Don't allow the university to protect rape culture like a Rhodes University. When women marched in Rhodes and said there is rape here in Rhodes University, they were expelled from that university for saying there is rape happening in this university. Rhodes must be ashamed, because today we've got one of our own dead. This one was not going to die if they'd listened to those women that they suspended when they said at Rhodes there is rape culture and this rape culture must be fought. Today they do, hey, we are mourning, 2 days of mourning, pretentious mourning, when you had a chance to prevent rape. You allowed it to happen in your university. EFF Student Command must make sure that women and the culture of women leadership is introduced in universities. We want SRC presidents who are women, because that's where you train future leaders. Give women chance there, because you must be a new generation that is not scared to be led by women. This free education at tertiary level, it must benefit women more, because women are the ones who suffered serious isolation and exclusion in the universities. Let's fight for women to get this free education. You must lead the charge. The Student Command in SRC, take half of the money for your budget for BASH and buy sanitary towels for poor women in the universities. I don't want this thing of freshers born, calling male artists walking naked on the stage. After that, they are gone with 1 million rand. If you've got 1 million for the BASH, take 500 to the BASH, 500 to sanitary towels. Support poor girl child in the universities. If you've got more money, introduce an SRC feeding scheme, because majority of people who are suffering from poverty in the universities are women. Give them free food. Why? When you give children free food in the university, especially the girl child, you are avoiding a situation where they will surrender themselves to the blessers. Let's kill the blessers. Let's kill the blessers through allocating budget in our SRCs to the feeding scheme, which will be targeting poor children, particularly girl children. It starts in the university, because once you learn it there, when you graduate, you'll practice it in society. It starts at the TVET college. It starts at school. It starts at places of worship. If we stop isolating women in all these places where we come together, society will self-correct. Political parties must not be threatened by women leadership. Let's empower them, let's support them, let's respect them. Masithi lo mhlangano uDSG uzochera. You must give her the same respect you are giving to the national chairperson. Ungathi umfazi lo. Uzositshelana umfazi. Siyakhuluma manje. No. Respect her. You know why you respect her? Because you respect a mother. You respect your own mother, the person who brought you here. But when you disrespect the DSG, you are disrespecting your own mother. We don't see you disrespecting her. We see you disrespecting your own parents. Please show us who you are by how you treat women. Fellow fighters, next year we are going to elections. We've got an opportunity now to correct this mess. But if you don't correct it in 2019, you've got yourself to blame. Sayifuna le Natal. We want to lead this province. We want EFF to be everywhere in KwaZulu Natal. And please, when you work for the EFF, make sure that you target women. You know, majority of voters of the EFF are men. And we can't be proud of that. It means there's something wrong we're doing. Because women are attracted to things that make sense. So it means we're not making sense. Because majority of EFF voters are men. We want women's vote. Start treating women properly if you want them to vote for you. They will not vote for you if you are disrespecting them in the EFF. Because those ones who are outside wanting to vote for you, they can see how you are treating your women in the EFF. We want a woman vote. Once we get a woman vote, we're gone. We're going to be government here in Natal. We are not government in Natal because women are not voting for us. We must go all out and get a female vote. It's there. It's waiting for us. They are waiting for us to change our conduct. They are waiting for us to reach out to them. They are waiting for us to address their issues, not only to talk about their issues. They want to see us in action. So let's go and get our women to vote for us. EFF is going to be a government of South Africa. Whether bayathanda or abathandi, sesifikile. Sesikhona manje. 5 years. Ayinto okudlala le. Ubuze uHolomisa uthi yini 5 years? Iphelile iUDM. Ngibona umunye labathi uphuma labathi uSipho Mbatha bathe uhambile uye kuUDM ngithi oh uyosebenza eMthatha. Because mabathi uye eUDM basho ukuthi usebenza eMthatha because eUDM is in Umthatha. There's no UDM anywhere, not in Johannesburg. The only time you see Holomisa speaking to people like this is when he comes to EFF event. Other than that, Holomisa is my friend and my brother. Ngikhuluma naye all the time. Mara, I saw in the papers, Bata Umbata uhambile uye ku Holomisa. I didn't even ask him. Ngithe shame. Bazohlangana bafana because they are lazy, both of them. Hey, 5 years. I ain't okudlala 5 years. Ubuze ulekota. Iphelile icope manje. Uhamba akhala ulekota azazi ukhalelani uthathe imali yabalungu athi no umhlaba will never go to the people. Mara uyabona manje uthi hey le ndaba yomhlaba is serious. Uyahamba umhlaba. Uthathe imali yabalungu uzoyibhadala. Because uthe ku belungu nikezeni imali. Umhlaba will not go. Uyahamba umhlaba uhambi. uRamaphosa naye uyavuma ukuthi umhlaba mawubuwele ebantwini. Ramaphosa Because why? Ikhulumile EFF. My ikhuluma EFF balandela. Bonke balandela. Sikhuluma ngayi-1. Sikhuluma ngayi-1. One by one. One by one. Uyakhumbula sithe in 2016 sathi hey sifuna ukuthi le mali yemkamkam ikhuphulwe. uMayimani nabalungu bakhe bathi hayi lo mfana uMalema uyaphambana lo mfana. Sizoyithatha phi le mali lo ukhuluma kakhulu lo mfana yi. Namhlanje uMayimani uthi le mali yemkamkam ayikhuphulwe. Mara when we said it then athi hayi uyaphambana. Why? Masikhuluma bayalandela. Asiramaphosa kuphela ne-DA iyalandela. Even ngale ndaba yemhlaba izolandela i-DA, ungawari. Izolandela. Hey, sithe uTrolip makahambe le EPE. But I never uTrolip ahambe ngathi mangiadressa la EPE ngathi uzohamba uTrolip. Bathanda ikhulumile EFF. Manje wonke umuntu uyavuka ukuthi uTrolip makahambe. Why? Ikhulumile EFF. Asidlale madayi thina. We're too serious. Sifuna uchenja impilo yabantu bethu. Abantu bemnyama. Silwela abantu bemnyama. There's no confusion about that. And I see apologizing alento yakuthi silwela abantu bemnyama. That's what we are fighting for. No apology about that. When we say women, we mean black women and African women in particular. Asilu namandiya sithi abalinde kancane sisase busy ngabantu bemnyama sizofika kubo sase busy. Asilwi nabelungu sase busy ngale ndaba yabantu bemnyama. Maqedile sizoya emandiyeni, maqedile siye ebelungwini. They must know that for as long as a black person is not liberated, we will continue to fight for a black child. For as long as the people of Umgugundlovu are still going to fetch water kilometers away from where they stay, we will fight for you. For as long as your children go to school 5 kilometers away from where they stay, we will fight for you to get the school where you stay. We want you to have a clinic where you stay. We don't want le ndaba yama clinic okuvala nge-4 o'clock. Ungathi ugula during the day only. Ebusuku awuguli bayavala. Hey, bayagula labantu be-ANC. Abogogo bayagula ebusuku. Iclinic mayivulwe ebusuku. And clinic must be in the ward. Not this hospital we have here. Even abogogo, they don't want to go to this public hospital here. But you are going to die there. But I'm not going to that hospital. Our health system has collapsed. Lillian Ngoyi, who volunteered to be a nurse, must be turning in her grave to see the public health care of South Africa. Isibhedlele has collapsed everywhere in South Africa, not only here. When I came to this meeting on my way here, I was talking to General Begikel, and I was saying to him, they stole a woman from a hospital bed in Venda. There is no longer a hospital. If people can just walk in and steal a person from the bed, a hospital is supposed to be the most secured place. Patients are disappearing. There are no beds in hospitals. Patients sleep on the floor. There is no medication in hospital. Uhamba distance mawufika bathi hayi amaphilisi akekho uzophinda ubuye next week. Uzoyithatha phi imali yokubuya next week? Uzoyithatha phi imali? Mawugula and usendleni, you don't know how to walk. During elections, baza endleni yakho, but we special voter. Awukwazi ukuhamba. We special voter. Mabaqeda ngawe. When it's time to go and take the pills, but hayi woza uzothatha esibhedlela. Abazi endleni yakho. Ihulumende EFF izoza endleni yakho the same way we come during elections sizoletha amapilisi endleni yakho. Because sikhona imoto ikhona la esibhedlela, bahamba bajola ngemoto yesibhedlela. So we want these vehicles to be used properly. They must go and serve our people. So we want to build a people's government. Vote for the EFF to get better schools next to you. Vote for the EFF to get free sanitary towels for poor women in all the wards. Vote for the EFF because we want to reduce the rates in the municipality. Because Mautolo umkamka le list yesasa bafanele ukuthi bayilinke ne-municipality. So Mautola is SASA grant. The municipality automatically must say no when you don't pay. Because bawunikeza le mali yesasa bafike ebusuku ngengama le mhlakasi and amanzi bathi hey, bring the money we gave you during the day. They give you money during the day, they come at night and steal it through rates and taxes. How can they say you are poor, therefore you qualify for SASA, and then on the day of paying for electricity they say you are rich, you must pay? I've got a grandmother, I'm a member of parliament, I've got a salary. My grandmother does not have a salary. We both have houses in Polokwane. We pay the same rates. How can a member of parliament pay the same rates as a pensioner? It doesn't make sense. You give them money because they are pensioners. Therefore, you must exclude them from paying water and electricity. Only the EFF government will do that. Why? Because we understand your problems. Your problems are our problems. Siyashawa eParliament. Masithi siyasukuma siyakhuluma bahlala phansi. Honorable Malema, hlala phansi. Hlala phansi Honorable Malema. Keri ngihlala kanjani uyadelela wathi angihlali. Then bayasishaya. Bas keep. Siyabuela the following day. Siyaqala from where we ended. Honorable Speaker, the people of Msunduzi abana manzi. Hlala phansi Honorable manzi eMsunduzi ngizohlala phansi. Letha amanzi emsunduzi ngizohlala phansi. Letha ugezi emsunduzi ngizohlala phansi. Letha imisebenzi emsunduzi ngizohlala phansi. Letha izindlu emsunduzi ngizohlala phansi. Not lezinto bathi izindlu im-match boxes. Siyawa nokuwa after bawunikeze yona iyacracker. Because batshontsha imali, they've built that house with a cheap cement. And abantu bethu nabo baya celebrate. Yo ikhongolosi, yo. Khongolosi uzofa. That house, it will collapse on top of you when you are sleeping. Khongolos. Yekela lento yakho sihamba no khongolosi, sihamba no msholozi. Uphi umsholozi? Uhlele ekhaya umsholozi. Akekho umsholozi. Uphethe uRamaphosa Americanus himself. Uhamba nomsholozi kuphi? Uhamba nomsholozi. Uzongena naye ejele. Because umsholozi uya ejele. Uhamba nomsholozi uya kuphi? Because umsholozi uya ejele. Vote for the future of your children. Your children don't want msholozi. They want roof over their heads. Your children don't want msholozi. They don't want to sleep with an empty stomach. Vote for a party that will make sure that no African child sleep with an empty stomach. Vote for the future of South Africa. Vote for the future of Africa. The unity of black people is important. Amandla! Mayibuye! Umhlaba ngowethu awunoma kubi siyaya noma kubi siyaya noma besedobola besishaya besibopha noma besedobola.
You're watching ENCA now, coming to you live from Johannesburg. You're looking at those visuals coming from Pietermaritzburg. That is EFF leader Julius Malema concluding his message on Women's Day, a wide-ranging message that he delivered on a number of issues, calling out the patriarchal society in which we live and also the many practices that come with that, as well as the abuse of women, and also making a number of pledges that he says the EFF would deliver on were it to be elected into government. A speech that towards the end certainly took on an electoral mode, a campaigning mode, that is, as Julius Malema called on those people gathered there to change the situation in which they live by voting for the EFF. A number of promises that he made in that speech, including, of course, I think one of the ones that stood out for me being 1 woman, 1 hectare, saying that he's calling for women to be empowered and be prioritized in terms of being given the land, and saying that each woman should get a hectare of land if things are to change in as far as the socio-economic situation of women is concerned. He called out the patriarchal behavior as well as rape culture in a number of institutions of society, from universities, political parties, churches, including people inside the EFF itself. Julius Malema not mincing his words there and saying that he doesn't want people who stand on podiums of the EFF and denounce rape and patriarchy and then go home to abuse women. But his strongest words, I would say, were reserved for the situation at universities, in as far as the culture there is concerned, in as far as women and patriarchy is concerned. Julius Malema slamming Rhodes University, where the late Kensani Masego was a student. You remember that Kensani Masego committed suicide after, of course, she was raped a few months ago, and she has now committed suicide, and that has triggered a lot of outrage across the country, and Julius Malema weighing in there and saying that Rhodes University is basically crying crocodile tears and declaring days of mourning when actually they failed to address the issue of rape culture at that institution when it was first raised. So that is a statement, that is one of the many statements coming from Julius Malema on this Women's Day.